But yeah. How'd you feel about the Nobara episode?
It was okay. I'm not surprised. Remember, that's who I predicted was gonna die. But you didn't watch the latest episode, but she might not be dead.
Okay.
Completely. Basically, the guy that
it.
showed up with Toto, if you don't mind me saying it, like it's not a huge spoiler or anything.
Sure.
But the guy who showed up as Toto, his curse technique is essentially he can put, if you take injuries, he can suspend the current injuries you have from getting any worse, but he won't heal them. So whatever you like, let's say I break my leg and I still want to fight or something, he can put something on me or use his little curse technique, and my leg will no longer get worse from the current injury I have. But it's still broken. It's not healed, but it won't get any worse. It won't progress to get worse. But you can still get more injured. Like if somebody hits you some more, you can take more damage. But like naturally, it won't just get worse by itself. And he did that to Yuji, and he also did it to Nobarover. He was like, she has no pulse and no like heart activity or something like that. But there's like he was like, there's still a chance she could live, but it's very slim, like close to 0%. But he was basically saying like, basically she's like dead. If somebody was coming up to her like a medical person and like check her pulse and everything, she would be deemed dead. But he was saying what I did stopped it from getting any worse, and it may be a chance she's still alive because it was so recent that her like her pulse and stuff went away because he suspends it technically. So like, let's say somebody is dying, and right when they die, like they're right at their brink of death, and it basically seems like they're dead, he can suspend it at that spot, and so they won't ever go over to that next, that next part. And I don't know if they have a healer that can like get her from that edge essentially, but he was just saying like, don't have your hopes up. She's probably dead, but there is a chance, a very small chance that she's not. But don't get your hopes up. So.
Well, I hope she isn't dead because I just feel like her death is kind of unwarranted.
Really? I think it was very warranted. Nanami told her to leave, and she came back and died. That's literally what he told her, like, leave because you will die. She was like, I'm not going to leave. And the other person was like, didn't Nanami tell you, like, to stay back? You should just stay here. Like, don't go back. And she was like, nah, I can't be out there when those two are still fighting. You're not on their level. That's why you're not out there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You're on the bench for a reason. You don't play with the starters. That's not your job. You know what I'm saying? You was 6-man.
Though. That's her crew. She can't just leave them.
Bro, she's not leaving them.
She is. If she left the barrier, that's leaving them.
She left the barrier because she got clapped.
Yes, but she came back. She was coming back because she knew Megami and Yuji and Gojo were still in there.
She put in work against Mahito's little double, though. I'm not going to lie. She was showing flashes of like what I was seeing at the end of season, what was it, season 1?
Yes.
Even though looking back on it, Yuji still saved her. Like he had to carry her and run away, legit. But she still was able to put in some damage with her curse technique. Her curse technique is good. Her herself, like in terms of physical feats and strength, is just weak. But
that's her thing.
Yeah, but her curse technique is really, really good. Like if she was stronger, aside from that, she could really be like a top tier character. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say. To me, I feel like her death was warranted. You were told not to come back. You weren't ready for this. You came back anyway, and you fought against a special grade, and you died. And I will say this. I know they said in the manga, the way she died, it was because she was blindsided. She couldn't see the double running at her. But in the anime, it looked like she literally just froze up for no reason. Like, why are you freezing from seeing Yuji? Didn't you come here to come find him anyway? So why are you like, Yuji? And then you just, that didn't make any sense to me. But apparently in the manga, different. In the manga, they were like, she couldn't see the double and she got blindsided. And she got touched, and that's how she died. So I can respect that, but I ain't gonna lie, her awareness is ass. Like, this is the second time, because when she fought the dude with the sword, the hand sword, how are you not knowing that they're like, you don't hear that shit, jumping towards the girl's running away, she gets sliced, and then you're like, oh snap, how did she get hurt? And then you run in there, and then you get blindsided by like the same attack pretty much. Like your guard wasn't up at all, and he was about to kill you if Nanami didn't show up. And that dude was trash, respectfully. Like he was garbage. So that's why I was super surprised she was even able to put up a fight with Mahito.
I think her issues, I think, stem from her physical disadvantages. Like, she's not a strong person. She has no speed, no durability, no strength, but she has some good strategy. I think she's like the opposite of Yuji in a way. Like, Yuji has tons of strength, tons of durability, but usually doesn't really have strategy. Which is like, I liked it. I thought it was fun to watch them fight together last season. You think Yuji has strategy?
Who put the plan together to beat the two brothers? And then
Pretty sure it was Nobarover.
She put the plan together, or did Yuji just run away and then they just fought one separately? Because it's like a 1v1, low key.
I think it was Nobarover. That's how I take it.
What other times has she game planned? They went into that building when Yuji was new, and he had I feel like you're giving her too much credit.
I'm just saying by how she fights, like how she fought. Well, I feel like she has to strategize because she doesn't have the strength to just like blitz anyone. Like how she fought Mahito.
But I don't think Yuji doesn't like think when he fights.
I feel like he doesn't think as much
when he was fighting Megumi and Nobarover, the Blood Art guy. He was thinking he just nothing he could do. He couldn't figure it out, but he was trying to figure it out. And then, like, if she was to fight him, I think she would lose. Too.
Yeah, she would have lost. So you think I'm just giving her too much credit in general?
Yeah, on her game plan. I don't know. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but I haven't seen. I don't remember her game plan at any like at all. I just remember her always being the one that's like captured or something. They got to go and get her.
Well, she doesn't have that many fights. She only has she has 3 fights.
Yeah, but remember when they went to that special grade, all 3 of them, that special grade area, and it was the one cursed spirit that had a finger, and she was the one that got captured, but Yuji and Megumi were like still looking around, and then they had to go inside to get her.
Yeah.
To save her. So, I don't know. Weakest link, if you ask me.
She is the weakest link. I'm not saying she's not the weakest link. I just think she's more strategic than Yuji.
She might be.
That's all I'm saying. Yuji is definitely better than her in most ways. I'm just saying but I feel like she's strategic because she has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're like, I don't know, if you're like Gojo or Sukuna, you don't have to be as strategic as someone like Nanami or Nobara or even Megumi, who I think is probably one of the most strategic people in the show. But that's all I had for her. And by unwarranted, I didn't mean like she didn't deserve to die. She definitely walked in there and chose to put herself in danger. I'm saying like I don't think it really would move the story forward in any way if she died. Compared to Nanami.
Gives Yuji more trauma.
Like especially like off the back of Nanami. Like Nanami just died like a couple chapters ago.
But Nanami's death with like we talked about this. He was already dead. Let's be real. Mahito didn't really kill him. He was already ready to die. He was already at death pretty much after what Jogo did. And fighting the other spirit. He was just walking down the hallway trying to find where the box was, the cursed prison box thing, right? That's really what he was just looking for. And he just happened to run into Mahito, and Mahito just, finished him off.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I feel like that, like, usually seeing that, I feel like pushed the story forward enough. Like it's like his not father figure, but like mentor, and like he looked up to him, and they fought Mahito together before. Like that, I could see pushing him forward. But like Nobara dying, I mean, I guess it just make him more angry, if anything.
Well, you'll see what happens. You'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll see. How'd you feel about the flashback? I thought it was a little long.
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't needed. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't really think. I guess I don't know. I don't think it was necessary at all. To be honest, like,
I could have went without it and been
yeah,
fine.
it didn't really add
He
a whole
didn't
lot
add
to
anything.
me. Yeah.
I guess
If
maybe
anyone should have got a flashback, it should have been Nanami. To be honest, that's just me though. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. That's just me though. She didn't need a flashback, especially with what I just said before about her possibly not really being dead. I feel like she's really just suspended in limbo right now.
Yeah.
Like not alive or dead, but right in the middle.
I don't mind her having the flashback. I just think that it didn't need to be majority of the episode.
Yeah.
Like it was really long to me. And usually I like flashbacks, but I just felt like that was kind of long. Have you ever had a friend who's moved and disappeared?
No, not that I think of. Not like that. Not like friend that's super close like that, like she was to. But I've had people like in middle school who like used to go to our middle school who I was like pretty cool with, and then they moved away. But like it wasn't like it was like okay, they're gone. I guess it's not a big deal. Or not middle school. It's like elementary school, so it's like whatever, like it's not a big deal. They weren't like best of friendo. They were just we were just cool. Like we were cool.
We were just Tyler.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I'm kind of not numb to it, but it's happened so many times where I've moved or someone else has moved. I remember being devastated and like
devastated? Devastated?
Yeah, devastated. Whatever. Grammar
Why
police.
did you say devastated?
I always say
what
devastated.
The heck? What are you?
Devastated. I was devastated. In third grade when my friend Eddie moved, and he was just gone one day. But he told me before.
Oh, he didn't tell y'all?
Like, no, he told me. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be moving soon or something like that. And then he was just gone. And I was like, dang. I was so sad.
You didn't keep in touch? No phone number, no nothing?
No, I didn't have a phone. I was in third grade. I probably wasn't thinking about it. I don't know. But he was just gone. And then what else happened? In sixth grade, I moved, but I kept in contact
You played the game with
like
everybody.
Yeah, and I kept in contact with like my closest friends. I didn't lose some of them. Like I lost Danny for a while there, and we don't even really talk now. But I was not able to keep in contact with him. This kid named Sky Lear that lived in my apartment complex that I was cool with. I have no idea where he is to this day. Like my mom had his grandma's number, and then I don't know if they just like she got a new number or whatever, but they could not keep in contact. So who knows where they are? And a couple other people that I was not able to keep contact with. But ever since then, I've been able to keep in contact with whomever if I moved somewhere. But I just thought that was interesting. I don't know what he was doing with like the stuff being in front of her house and the graffiti and all. I don't know what that was about, but she just moved
I think that's
away.
probably why they moved.
You think they were being like
harassed
bullied or
maybe?
something? I don't know.
Maybe the mom, because they said the mom, she was like, her mom was a hippie, like florist or something like that. She was just going with the flow, just going places. When she was talking in the office, and then they moved again, and then she was like, I kind of felt bad because I didn't give them any, information or anything like that. I just left and didn't really say goodbye.
Yeah, the whole thing was confusing. I don't know. It was kind of.
It was just showing like the human side of Noabara, I guess, because like from our perspective, prior to that, she's just kind of like, I guess stone wall. Like she's obviously
What
friends
does
with
that mean?
Megami and Yuji, but she doesn't really. She just like talks about him. She doesn't really ever show like emotion or anything.
I
But
just like my perspective of her. She was just like a country bumpkin who like moved away. She wanted to be part of the big city and just live a more exciting life. I still kind of feel the same way about her even after the flashback. But that's all I got for her. You got anything else for this episode?
nah, that's really it. Other than
um,
I was gonna say this. It was more gruesome, like I was saying. It was way more gruesome in the manga. Like her eyeball was hanging
yeah,
out and everything, but they, censorship and stuff like that, so they couldn't show that in the anime. It was just like black on the whole of her face or the socket of her eye.
yeah. And I didn't think it was when I saw it in the anime. I didn't think it was that bad. But when they showed like the animation for her like dropping to the ground, I thought that was pretty jarring. It just looked really kind of realistic to me. It was like really fast. I was like, dang. She's probably dead. She looks pretty dead to me. Like some people, like before the episode, I saw some people like debating whether she was dead or not, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
she looks pretty dead. I
He
don't
was,
know.
and then Mojito also said like, I don't know if I can kill you in one touch. Like I couldn't do it to the 7/3 to Nanami, but
Yeah,
Nanami is much stronger. So he was like, I don't know, let's see. And so
I guess we'll see.